What inspired you to DJ? Like, where have you had the most fun DJing in an event?
For me, as long as I'm here and I'm part of it, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm part of your special day, I'm already privileged.
Yes.
This is the One Life Podcast, hosted by Todd Lawrence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again. Welcome back to the One Life Podcast with your host, Todd Lawrence. Today, we got another iconic guest in the building today, another person who's doing his thing in the industry. I want to say in the music industry, in the entertainment industry. He's making sounds, mixing sounds, and just bringing uplifting people's souls through music. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and entertainment and just putting events together. Today in the building on the One Life Podcast, episode 28, we got my man DJ Q. Give it up for DJ Q, y'all. Welcome to the One Life Podcast, DJ Q.
Thank you for having me, man.
Word up, man.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be here, man. This is awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad you made it, man.
Yeah,
we got Quest Entertainment in the building. We're gonna get all into that.
It's cute.
It's cute, but I thought I seen on Instagram Quest Entertainment. What is it?
Oh man, it's
talk about.
So my first name is Brian.
Okay.
Right. Last name Quinones. So when I was, I want to say 2016, when I first got into DJing, a good friend of mine at the time also was named Brian. So to distinguish the difference, they would say, "Yo, Q," you know.
Not Brian XL.
No.
Okay.
Bryant. So yo, Q. So when I picked the name, I said, "Fuck, I'm gonna just pick DJ Q."
Right.
But I'm gonna be bougie about it. I'm gonna spell it as in QUE.
Unique.
But nobody knows how to read it.
Right. Yo, it sounds like Quay, DJ Quay, Quest, or
Spanish people say DJ KK.
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. How did the journey start with music and becoming a DJ? You know what I'm saying? What gave you that drive and that passion to go in that direction? When did this all start for DJ Q?
So I've always been loud. I've always liked to be the center of attention. I'm always trying to entertain people. So
yes.
I was working with a dude at the time who was a DJ, and I saw him doing it. I said, that's interesting, man. I want to learn some more.
Uh-huh.
You know, so he invited me over one day, taught me the ropes. I invested on a soundboard, a DJ controller.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cousin at the time who also had an interest, so we would always dabble and, practice. And, then it just started from kitchen house parties to family functions to friends' birthday parties. To
right.
I was working at the Crossings. I was at the Crossings for 15 years.
Okay.
And I would just bring the board to the job and DJ at the store. And,
where at?
I was at Reebok for the long. I worked at a few, but Reebok is the most. I was there for like 7 years out of my, my retail career. But I would just mix and DJ and started falling in love with mixing.
Right.
And obviously the satisfaction that came with making other people feel good.
Right.
And then I just kind of said, okay, this is the direction I want to go. I'm having fun doing this.
Yeah. What age were you when you came across your passion?
Damn, I don't know. 2016.
Yeah, 2016. Yeah.
And I only know that.
How old are you now?
I'm 34.
Okay.
So 2016. That's what, 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So my boy Jason doing the math for us right now. He's gonna get back to us.
Yeah.
34 minus 9. Jason, put me on. Help me out here.
34 minus 9. Look, 34 minus 10 equals 24.
So we carry the 1, and then we put that and we add it.
Come on, man. Listen, I wasn't too good at math, but simple addition.
Quarter century, give or take, 25.
Okay. Did you go to college and school out of high school?
The farthest I've gone with education was just high school.
Yeah.
Because again, I was working retail. I found myself 19, 18, covering my cost of living. So I thought, there's no point of going to college.
Yeah, because what do you want? You didn't have no type of interest of learning something that you wanted to take on a career with at the time.
I just had money. You know what I mean? Because at my age, when I was pressured to go into, not pressured, but how can I word this? Going to school yes, it was to educate yourself, but it was to make more money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, it's either stay working where I'm at, or
Right.
invest in a college degree to furthermore make more.
Right.
Where when I was in retail, I was like, wait, if I just follow the journey of the career that I'm in, I could make what's the word I'm looking for? Coño, how you say it? Not cost, make a living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever
A hustle, because when it comes to DJing, it's a lot of money in that sport.
Well, I mean, it's not really. It's just
like the hustle,
the cost of living.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, my goal has always been like, if I can just make enough money to live, I'm happy.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean,
you got any kids yet?
No kids.
Not yet.
Yeah. No kids. Looking to get married.
And I see you're engaged.
Yeah, we got.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'm a grown man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm a real man. I'm committed.
Yeah.
So,
amen to that. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. We're excited. That's definitely what's next on our journey. And definitely would love to have a family. Mm-hmm. We have a niece. She's about, I want to say, a year and 3 months, and
God bless.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah.
At first, I was scared. I mean, it's a fucking, somebody hold her.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I love it now.
Yep.
We go there all the time.
The journey. One life, baby.
I appreciate it so much more.
One life. So what inspired you to DJ? Like, you got any inspirations? Because I was doing my research on you. I was browsing your IG page and stuff, and you talk a lot about DJ Khaled every now and then and stuff like that sometimes. And so was he one of your inspirations when it came to this DJing?
I definitely found inspiration in DJ Khaled as far as the entertainment goes. Like, he was an entertainer who was, I don't want to say vulnerable, but just transparent.
Right.
I appreciate comedy. Like I mentioned, I love comedy.
Yeah.
I love to laugh. And he was someone who, in an industry where being serious and tough is kind of like an entertainer's biggest asset. He was just silly.
Right, yeah.
So I
Himself,
said, I could be myself and be silly. I don't have to be the DJ that's the fucking man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have to be put on a persona of, I could just be myself. So I found inspiration in the fact that, he could be silly and be himself.
Right.
And still get that satisfaction of entertaining people.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like to say everybody has their own, swag when it comes to the sports, they are in. You know what I'm saying? So somebody may bring this, somebody may bring that. It's different types of teas and different flavors. You know what I'm saying?
I know DJs that are great guys. But if you see them, they're very introverted. They come off, not like an asshole, but they're a little standoffish,
right?
Which you would never assume. But I mean, they're amazing DJs,
and you actually,
and great guys.
Yeah, and I've noticed that too, like what you're saying, standoffish and stuff. And I think maybe that comes with being an artist sometimes in life. You know what I mean? A lot of artists are like to themselves in a tunnel vision. I guess it's like that mode of getting to their success,
right?
And all artists are different and unique. So it kind of gives that standoffish, I'm in my own zone, leave me alone, but we can mingle when it's time to party.
And vice versa. There's guys who have a brand that is very serious and tough, and and when you meet them, they're the silliest goofballs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's very interesting. You say everybody has their own branding, their own style in the sport. But yeah, dude, I found inspiration in just being myself. Yeah. I've always been silly.
Yep.
Clown.
Yeah. You do a lot of weddings too. That's like your biggest thing that I noticed.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I want to say 3 years ago, I shifted my focus to the private event space, right? As a DJ in my career, I was like, okay, well, I can continue to do the nightlife, the more public event.
Right.
Or I can shift into the private sector.
Right.
Which I found much more fulfillment. You know what I mean? I was around love.
Yeah.
You're part of someone's special day.
Yeah.
And like I said, just that satisfaction of bringing that family closer, feeling like I'm part of that family, and just creating that space for everyone to just feel the love, the energy, and obviously through the music and, me talking my shit on the mic. But I just fell in love with that, And again, when I left my full-time job of retail, my goal, like I said, has always been to cover the cost of living.
Yeah, and so
if I could make, if it costs me X amount to do what I want to do, I just need to make X amount. So then when I figured the numbers out, I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to brand Q Entertainment as a private entertainment company.
right.
And then, I got into weddings, started doing more, Sweet 16, quinceañera, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'll still do a baby shower.
Right.
But that's where I found my niche.
Yes.
My expertise, what I'm really good at.
Right.
The planning and all that. I used to, this is my fourth business. And in the past, I was doing stage production, working with artists, putting together events. So, I kind of took that knowledge and that experience,
right,
and brought it into what I do now,
right?
Because a wedding requires planning,
right?
Programming an evening requires experience with, coordination, et cetera.
Yeah, and you got it going really well right now, like with your content when it comes to your events that you host and stuff like that. Tell the people you can find DJ Q on.
So Instagram,
right?
It's gonna be DJ QUEUE, DJ Q. So I like to post what I feel is the energy that I'm replicating.
Yeah, you capture it,
and the energy that the people feel. So, once another decision we did 2 years ago was decided to go multi-op. So multi-operational, not just me.
Yeah.
And when I decided to go in that direction, there was a gentleman, Romello, DSP Media.
Yeah, shout out DSP P Mello, right?
Yeah,
DSP.
he does his thing.
He's supposed to come on the platform soon too.
Yeah, definitely.
He's busy dude. Everybody's busy.
He works very hard.
Him and Zelly Zell. Shout out to Zelly Zell.
Yeah, Zelly Zell. I mean, you can't. If DSP farts, Zell's right there. Like, they're just a great team.
Yeah.
And DSP came on board, and again, I was like, hey, this is the vision. What do you think? How do you feel?
Right.
How could I be of value to you?
Right.
And that's what we did. He saw the goal and then captures it amazingly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, I'm looking for the energy. I want people to see and feel what it's like to party with us.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he does a great job.
Right. So since we're talking about the team and everything like that, what brought you to, the state of the factor of, let me put together a team, because as a DJ, you go single handedly. You could do that and have your own stuff. What gave DJ Q the thought process to say, let me put together almost an entertainment squad?
Yeah, no, great.
Because
question.
that was a great idea.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Several factors, but the most important being my health.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, I'm 34 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The speakers, they're heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you go out and you put out all this energy, and then load your equipment, go home, do it again Saturday, do it again Sunday.
Right.
It definitely takes a toll. So my health wasn't in the best condition 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I just reached out to the men that I knew that I believed in, that had talent, and they kind of hopped on the journey.
Yeah, and it seems like this, right? I feel like in life, right, when we are already in motion, you know what I'm saying? You had your DJing going already. Mm-hmm. Now you went and bumped heads with other people who were already in motion. Right. And you were like, yo, let's ride together.
Yeah. So the 2023, I had 3 seizures. I was at a wedding and just woke up on an ambulance.
For real? Yeah.
Was at a baseball game, woke up on an ambulance. Like, just died 3 times.
Right.
And I lost my license for a year. You know what I mean?
Your DJing license?
No, driving.
Oh, yeah.
And
why? Because accident?
The seizures. Yeah. So the state is like, well, you might drop
at risk.
Again.
I got you.
God forbid you behind the wheel and just give out.
Right.
So DJ Up Down, amazing DJ, amazing guy. Back in the day, when I was working with the second business I was part of, he used to DJ with us.
DJ Uptown.
Up Down, yeah. So we would,
Shout out DJ Up Down.
Up Down Coñazo. So we used to throw hookah lounge parties.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude.
Where at?
There was a place in East Stroudsburg called Puff and Pass.
Okay.
And there was another one called Umo.
Okay.
Over,
they're no longer there anymore?
Yeah. It's just.
That was a while ago,
And
right?
it just, yeah, it's. In my opinion, it's just difficult to maintain a consistent nightlife in this county.
Right.
You know,
Unless
on paper and in real,
you're absolutely right. We in the boondocks, in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. So
just, if you look at the census, we just don't have
that city vibe.
From 25 to 35, that demographic.
Right.
The people that are here from 25 to 35 are raising kids, focus on making their money, focus on getting away from that stuff. And then those that do want it prefer to go away for it. So
right.
It was a bit challenging. It kind of died out because of that. And also we did have a few, anything that happens after 2 a.m. is not always the best thing.
Right. Talk about it. Right. Yeah. Freaks come out at night.
Everybody had problems with someone. Everybody, and in this state, DUIs are just the number one, guaranteed a state. If I was an overnight state troop, I'm guaranteed to give out 3. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of, it was risky. But anyways, that's how I knew Up Down. We've been working together since then.
Gotcha.
Chenzo, DJ Chenzo, shout out to him.
Shout out DJ Chenzo.
When I worked at the Crossings, he was an employee of mine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So again, I knew the work ethic that these gentlemen had.
Yes.
So it was people that I can trust.
Yes.
And DJ as he is, shout out to him.
Shout out DJ.
We built a relationship, over 2 years.
Right.
It was like a year where he's hitting me up. I would see him around. We would communicate here and there. I would bring him on the road with me.
Mm-hmm.
It took 2 years to build what we have now. So
right.
Super grateful for them all. Obviously Mello, like I said, in 2023, he joined, and dude, we just been making history ever since.
Yep. Building.
Yeah. The best Pocono entertainment company.
Yep.
So that was my opinion, which
and
I'm happy.
And bing, bang, ding, 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 ding. Let me clap to that.
Yeah.
Because I was getting to that.
Yeah, and that's the support that we have from the community, from our friends, from our family.
Right. You guys were rated the best
venues,
the best entertainment brand in 2024 in the Poconos, right?
Yeah. So at first I didn't want to do it because I kind of found out that you can pay for these awards. So I was like, that don't seem
get your blue check.
Yeah. It didn't seem genuine, you know, and in
perception
business,
is reality, though.
We have to in business you have to know how to market. So I told my fiance, I don't really want to fuck with it, whatever. And shout out to her because she's the one that went behind my back and just started sharing
networking for you
with our friends and family.
Yeah.
Eventually
gave you that motivation.
Yeah.
Shout out wifey, man.
Right. Shout out wifey.
That's a beautiful thing, and that's why you got engaged.
Right.
That's right. She deserved it. Sounds like it.
So when I found out about it, I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, this is real. Wow, this really happened.
Yeah.
So it was very humbling. It was very nice to have that award.
Right.
And then now it's just the goal is to statistically be the best, right? So that was the opinion of the community, which I'm super grateful for. So now it's this year being the best,
right?
Statistically.
Got you. Yeah.
We're working with venues, we're working with other vendors, and
day by day.
Yeah, man, just building a relationship with everybody. You know what I mean? I could go to New York, I can go to Jersey. We do that. We February we're in Jersey twice, but I love it here.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Where has been your favorite place to DJ?
Yeah.
Like where have you had the most fun DJing in an event?
Well, the most
so
fun,
far.
It depends the family. You know what I mean? There's some families that their definition of partying is very different.
Yeah.
I've left weddings and I call my girl and I'm like, babe, it was bad. And I'm very hard on myself.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling bad. Nobody danced.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was weird, man.
And
I didn't feel the connection.
Right.
So the next day I get a call.
Moments. These are moments.
Loved you. You were amazing. My family wants you for my sister's daughter, sweet 16. And that made me feel so good. And then from that day I remembered everybody's definition of a party is different.
It's different.
They took the time to catch up. They took the time to socialize.
Right.
They didn't necessarily value the dancing.
Right.
Which, in my mind, I thought, fuck, I'm doing it wrong. They just party like that. So something that I tell my team and I tell myself is whenever you go out, do your best, but don't compare each time. Because you're right, there's going to be, okay, last year, 157 gigs.
Right.
Out of that 157, I could tell you 24 that were like, bro, I mean, it was great.
Killer.
You know what I mean?
Like a movie. This
right.
was a night.
I mean, these motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clothes came off. You know what I mean? Like, just an amazing time.
Yeah.
Just amazing families. They'll get me a room. Stay with us. And, you really become family, which is beautiful. But that's how they chose to celebrate it. I can't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm for me, as long as I'm here and I'm part of it, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm part of your special day, I'm already privileged.
Yes.
So it's hard to pick out the best one because it's just crazy.
Right. So now here's another thing, right? When it comes to, as a DJ, when it comes to going to events and stuff like that, when you show up to these events, how do you, in your mind, approach the factor of, I'm gonna start playing these songs first, and then I'll switch over to this genre, and then how do you go about that?
Yeah, great question. So it's generally speaking, there's music that are great for openings.
Yeah.
There's music that's great for warming up, and then there's music that's great for what we call peak. The shit hit like this. We lit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But during my consultation and planning with the couples, I like to get to know them, because what you may think is lit is not what they think they lit.
Right. Some people might want to hear Cotton on Joe all night.
There's a weekend coming up in February that, I'm going to be Trinidadian on Friday.
Okay.
I'm going to be white on Saturday.
Yep.
And I'm going to be Dominican on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So those 3 nights are going to roll out differently, so I would prepare my mind, okay, these people are going to value this style of music better. Friday, I'm going to have to start off with some slower Afrobeat.
Right.
Something that you can still enjoy, still socialize.
Yes.
But it's not going to distract you.
Right.
We could turn up early. There's weddings sometimes, bro, that they and shout out to Up Down. He had a wedding where they skipped dinner. They didn't even want to eat.
They just skipped dinner. What was the point of that? Oh, yeah, they was just having a good time, dancing.
So there's nothing wrong with that, But still, it was just a shit show, but they loved it.
Yeah.
Again, it goes to them. That's how they party.
That's right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I try not to peak until after dinner.
Got you.
So that we can get them up. But again, it all pertains,
Right,
Some people may say, yo, listen, I don't want Taylor Swift. I don't want Kanye. I only want Chris Brown all night. I'm like, damn, I could give you 20 minutes of Chris Brown, but 4 hours of Chris Brown is a lot of fucking Chris Brown.
Right, yeah,
So, I got to make sure to do a set here. If I'm in R&B, I'm going to hit all this. If I'm in pop, if I go to House or Jersey, I'm going to hit Chris Brown all night so it keeps you consistent.
Yeah.
That depends, man. There's some weddings where, they want some boring shit, but
laid back stuff and stuff. Yeah, right.
I've gone weddings where they go, yo, here's 258 songs. I want all of those stand in that corner. And
I'm
to
gonna
a
get the job done.
DJ, you may think, oh, that's an easy bag, bro, but it's not fun when you're not. What turns me on and makes the job fun is to get you dancing. Yes. When you tell me at the end of the night, yo, I had so much fun.
Right.
That's my
goal.
Sometimes that's better than a tip. Don't get me wrong. Tips are greatly appreciated, but those words of kindness, those
and motivation.
Yeah, those.
I'm getting that job done.
Yeah. For me, that's what keeps me going. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, that's typically how I set up for the evening. Right, I got my startups, my openers, my warm up. What I'm gonna play during cocktail hour. I might hit them. Most commonly like the classic R&B, stuff that fits the vibe, but it's not going to get you wild.
Right.
Because then it kind of throws it off. If everybody dancing is very, for me, I don't like it. All right, I'm going to have y'all sit down and eat, so I have you warm you up again. sometimes it can disrupt the flow of evenings.
Got you.
A lot of venues do that, though. To be honest, a lot of weddings, that's pretty common.
Intermission break, eat, and then
it's like, all right, let's turn
back
up
up
a little bit. Y'all ate your salads or whatever. Let's dance while they cook y'all steaks or whatever. And I love it. I get them up, but it's like to sit someone down and get them back up. In my opinion, it's a bit disruptive.
Got you.
But some venues, that's how they operate. So we got to do it.
Right.
Got to do.
So in your opinion, right? In your opinion, how good of a DJ would you rate yourself? You get what I'm saying? Like your personal preference of like where you want to be and where you're at right now. How does that work? You know what I mean?
So if I was to rate my journey, if I was to grade my
because before you finish,
path.
Before you give it out there, right? I'm gonna just give you your flowers on how we met. Excuse me, at the festival, right? There was it was like a what was that festival?
So that was called the Harvest.
Yes.
Pocono's Harvest Fest.
Yes, and I'm gonna say it like this: the music you had going, it got me grooving. You know what I'm saying? You was playing that throwback 80s music kind of like shit that my mom listened to and everything like that. But it's that music that music that kind of everybody can tune into. And the beat back in the day, it was like more of the beats that kept the crowds going. Right. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't cussing all like
right.
So it was that beat and the smooth flow. So that's you did a great job. And you had me, I was over there in my zone grooving. I look over, I said, wow, the DJ's still doing his thing. Yeah. And you were very outgoing, you communicated with the public, the people around you. You kept the light going. Like people was oh you the DJ, oh DJ Q, So you got a bright light with you as a person. You know what I'm saying? And that's important when it comes to this entertainment industry and just putting on a show for people. Right. And you doing a great job with that, man.
Seriously, man. Thank you.
Yeah, blessings.
And I want to say the same to you. I mean, since we ran into each other, I had to run into the shop. I'm always drinking. I always got my water with me. Mm-hmm. So I had to run in there, buy my water. But same thing with you, the aura, right? You're very approachable. You're a fun, energetic guy. Like, I just instantly saw, what do you do? What are you? I mean, who are you? You know what I mean? I'm glad I ran into you that day, seriously.
Amen. Everything happens for a reason.
Because it is a small town. I value that it's a small town.
Right.
I like that it's a small town. I like that I can go to Walmart and see someone that I've crossed paths with. And when I didn't know who you were, it bothered me. Yeah.
You was like, what's up?
Like, yo, who are you?
And you were set up right next to our table and stuff at the time. So
it was nice to meet you that day, man. So to answer your question, the family-friendly environment, I started doing that that was one of my when I initially started this career, was all I was doing. Mm-hmm. Festivals, concerts, just more of that family-friendly environment.
Yeah.
And then I dabbled, and then I got into the nightlife. You know what I mean? And then I got into the private events. So I'm glad that you valued and appreciated that because, playing something that's fun for everybody it is not, I don't want to say a challenge, but, as a DJ, I don't want to say boring, but it's the word I'm looking for. It can be very monotonous, stagnant,
reading
boring.
The crowd, kind of.
And especially when, but how do you keep people in front of you dancing? It's nice when people engage. But going back to your question about rating the
your progress thus far.
My progress thus far. I want to say if I was to put a number on it, it's so hard to put a number on it because there's no fuck.
Are you so obviously you're very proud of your progress thus far of where you're at.
Yeah.
You see a lot of like progress and improvements from day one.
Oh man, how could I say it? So it's hard to rate it. I think, and I mentioned earlier, I'm very hard on myself. So
yeah, it's a good thing. Discipline,
I'm always proud, but I'm never satisfied. And it's a good or bad thing, right? As an entrepreneur, I think we need to have that spirit. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I can step on my own toes.
Right.
I'm a little too too tough on myself. But anyways, to answer your question,
and that's a good thing though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this. I tell people all the time. You know, we have these thoughts in life like, oh yeah, I'm not where I want to be right now, or man, you know, I didn't do my best today, and you know, damn, I'm not at where I want to be in my fitness life and stuff.
Right.
I tell people all the time, it's a reason that you have those thoughts, and it's a good reason that you have those thoughts. So if you didn't have those thoughts, there would be a problem.
Yeah,
you know, so it's a good thing.
Complacency is dangerous.
You feel me? So it's a good thing to be on yourself like that, because ultimately it's just gonna keep driving you to the top, of your ladder.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think so. Initially, it was to so something I do with my team and myself is we have a quarterly planning tool.
Right.
Right. So every 3 months we set goals, and you have to hold me accountable, and I have to hold you accountable.
Right.
You understand? If you know, I say, Todd, next time you see me, you know, I'm gonna have X amount of gigs or something easier.
Yeah.
Or, Todd, next time you see me, I'm gonna have a mix done.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna feel very uncomfortable if I see you, because damn, I didn't.
You didn't do your due diligence.
Yeah, like I'm not a man of my word.
Right.
You know, and we've always held each other accountable. So, you know, out of the 5 goals that I had for 2024, there's 2 that I missed. So this year I'm gonna, maybe that wasn't the goal for me.
Right.
Or maybe let's redefine it. You know what I mean? So
right.
I don't know that's a tough question, man. I don't know how to rate it, but we still going, man.
We still going. We
still moving and grooving.
Writing the story, drawing the painting.
Yeah. We still
building the picture.
You know, getting better, setting dates on goals. I think that's the biggest. If there's anything that I could share with our viewers, or should I say your viewers,
our viewers though, this is DJ Q One Life Podcast.
Is
EP 28, baby.
You know, to set goals and hold yourself accountable. Because without goals, I feel lost.
Right.
Without goals, I get very sad. I get very depressed.
Right.
And I'm a big planner. I love planning, and it feels good.
Yeah.
When you crush a goal.
Right. Yes,
and
it does.
It could be as simple as I went to the gym tomorrow.
And look, you hit it on a nugget. Give me some right there, because I was about to jump in and say that's one goal that I set for myself every day of my life, at least 5 days a week. Right. I go to the gym and I train.
3 days.
But listen, that 3 days is like change. Each time you get in that gym and leave that gym, there's some type of change that's taking place in your body and in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people all the time, if you're not exercising, start exercising. Go. Whether you're doing it at home, you walking your dog for a couple hours, go and release them endorphins. You know what I'm saying?
And that discipline will carry over into everything else.
Amen.
You know, I know some fat motherfuckers that are very smart, very punctual.
DJ Khaled.
Great. Yeah. That do great work.
Another one. Yeah, let's
like,
go.
How you don't juggle the ball to also the fitness.
Right, and talk about Dave Blunt. I can't put down a cup.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
Bro,
he needs to put it down. That's why I say after you reach your success, you know what I'm saying, start changing up, even like on the way to it. Like, you know, start making changes.
Yeah.
You know, because now you got time, so to say. You know what I mean? Because you didn't hit that success ladder that you was aiming for. So fix the little things around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so you could be here for a while.
I did reach a point where I had hit all the goals I had, and it was a little sad because I'm like, damn, what's next? And then I felt like I wanted to celebrate that, but then I got lost in the celebration.
Right.
And then I kind of found myself slipping and like, damn, what is next? So then, go back to the drawing board and make new goals.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you know, I found when I was reviewing my my planning tools and shit, I found notes that I had written down that said make $350 this month just DJing. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's dope right there.
That was something
a set
I had
goal.
Written down.
How long did it? Was it easy to do that?
That was back in. It was 5 years ago. So whatever that is.
2000.
My math is.
Yeah, it's 2020.
This is the pandemic. I want to say this was prior to the pandemic.
Yeah.
either before or after or doing. I don't know, but around that time, 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was nice to read that and know, oh shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes as well, 2021, I had written down I want to buy me a stick shift car. My first car was a stick shift, and I've always had a appreciation for driving. And,
Yeah, he loves the cars. Jay.
Yeah, just cool. Is that your IS out there? Yeah. I love. Yeah, got a passion for cars, but I'm like, damn, I had that written down. Where the fuck is my car at?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
this year I wrote it again, and now I'm gonna reapproach it a little differently.
Right.
I mean, okay, man, put X amount aside each month.
Yes.
And then we'll figure out what it's gonna be. But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But it was funny
Strategizing and stuff. Yeah.
It was funny to see, where my mind was at back then. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I'm kind of reiterating the point of setting goals. Like, holds you accountable, keeps you a plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you plan on having kids one day?
Yes and no.
Right.
I want to have kids, but if I'm looking at 3 years right now, I don't see kids. Well, maybe I do. Maybe 2027, I won't pull out.
Yeah, because
But I'm not 2025, 2026. I'm not. My baby is the brand.
Right.
My fiance also is in the industry.
Yeah, and the reason I say that is because, I feel like with a lot of driven people that are motivated and have passion, I feel like having kids is a great thing because it's like now you can be a teacher to your mini me. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
And that's a beautiful thing right there. So
it's funny, a lot of my friends always send me, they have these DJing toys for toddlers.
Yeah.
It's like a little, like a little
controller
and the baby's hitting the sounds. And I'm like, it is though. But I think maybe 2027.
Yeah.
Right now
with the timing. Yeah.
What I wrote out for the next 2 years there's no room. But yeah, dude, the baby's Q Entertainment.
Yeah.
If I can get Q Entertainment to walk on its own, then we move on to the next thing.
Amen to that.
We love what we do. Like I said, she's also in the industry. We've been writing out, doing homework on venues, when I get my own wedding venue, now we have a place where I could live and work.
Right.
And now we, we'll have time to, raise a kid.
Got you.
Because that's my biggest fear. Like, and I guess everyone goes through this when they think about having kids or have kids. I feel like if I have a kid, I'm going to stop everything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Fuck the brand, fuck the business. I'm just all invested in the kid. And I think that's my biggest fear.
And that's
I'm going to stop. I'm not going to keep practicing. I'm not going to keep networking. I'm going to stop.
But you know what? When that happens, I feel like people pick it up more.
Right. Or could it be the
know
spark?
why? Yeah, because it's like now your back is like kind of pressed a little bit. Yeah. Like you're looking at, I got to provide.
Right.
So now I got to go to I need 20 venues this month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And you're going to push to do it.
Right.
Because it's that fire of like seeing your mini me. You know what I mean? You got to provide and support. So now
drive, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Do you have kids?
No, not yet. Yeah, I'm about to be 29 February 2nd. It's coming up. Yeah.
Good for you, man.
So I got one more year, 20 fun.
Yeah, you about to get on the third floor.
Yeah. I'm trying to prepare myself to enter that zone.
You can't. I mean, when I was in my 20s.
And when I say prepare myself, meaning like just what I'm doing now, One Life podcast, doing my shows and stuff. Absolutely. I'm trying to build my foundation,
right.
So that way when I do cross that threshold, I'm here. Right. You know what I mean? I'm surfing now.
I came up with something. I love that you think like that because I definitely wasn't. When I was your age, mid-20s, I always thought to myself, when I'm 30, I'll have it figured out.
Yeah.
And
so what were you doing?
I'm going to find out. It's up to us to figure it out.
Right, yeah.
Turning the age doesn't mean it comes with a house and kids.
Right, right, yeah.
Or marriage, right? And marriage. That's definitely something that, if anyone's listening that's in their young 20s or mid-20s, like, definitely take that approach.
Right.
And prepare and plan.
Yeah, because you need that Similac money, that diaper money. Yeah.
13, they say the first
that babysitter money.
First year of a newborn averages to $13,000.
Wow.
expense that you didn't have before.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's good that you're planning. That's good.
Amen. Yeah.
So when you get there,
shout out to Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? She raised me well and put this seed in my brain. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on a trip, a power trip.
Yeah.
When I say power trip in a positive way to build what I'm trying to get at for my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then to give back. You know what I'm saying? Financial freedom. There's a lot of money in this world. Right. I tell people all the time, right? It's a lot of money out there. You will make money doing anything.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to have passion doing whatever you're doing so that way you can reach those high levels. And now those big checks are getting cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just focus.
And then you're happy too. You know?
Right.
You can make a lot
okay, and I'll give an example, right?
Happy rich people, man.
Yes.
It's kind of sucks.
I was just working a HVAC job, right?
Right.
And I just, I got my credentials for it, and I went into the field. The opportunity presented itself, and I wanted to experience it. People say a lot of money. Right. And it's true. It's a lot of money. But also, you have to stick around. A lot of times in these different careers and passions and dreams that you have, you need to stick around a couple of years before you start to see that real payback, that real back end money.
Return on investment,
right. So what I'm saying is I stopped doing HVAC because I realized I was like, I'm not really in this for a long haul for 5 years. I got a lot of different things going on that I would much rather invest my years into and passion into, and that's going to pay me off in the end. You know what I'm saying? So choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go with, because DJ Q, I'm going to go DJ now. Or because Todd do comedy, I'm going to do comedy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could try it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had those ideas. I had seen people go to the military, and I was like, I'm going to go to the military, try it. Wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I went and did boxed for 4 years. I had fun.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
it was dope, man. It was fun time. Awesome. But I came to a realization once I got to like 27, I would say. I did it for 4 years, so I probably started when I was like 23 or whatever. Wow. And I came to a realization looking forward in my life, and I'm like, I wanted to be like the champ. When you boxing, you want to be the big. And I started thinking, I'm like, damn, my amateur career is not built up right now. You know what I'm saying? 5 years from now, I'll be in my 30s. Right. Mom's is getting older. I'm like, damn, am I really trying to be Mike Tyson dog out here, like at my 32, 33, when I'm trying to have kids? I'm like, you know what? Let me alter the route. The goal remains the same. The mission remains the same, but the route sometimes got to change. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know. I feel like you'll know, like, we all have different talents. And to bring up the different talents, I also seen you on Instagram doing some chefing, like before the DJing came into effect.
Yeah, Cocinando with Q. Yeah. So real quick, before I talk about Cocinando with Q, 3 things. Shout out to you for making that realization that this particular job is not for me, and you did the math, and you took the time to invest in your passions.
Amen. Because
that was a very difficult decision that I had to make.
Right.
I had an established career in retail, 15 years. Should I leave it?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's a tough decision. So, like yourself, I followed what makes
your heart,
me happy.
Your intuition, your mentality,
What makes me happy.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like...
And that's what my mom told me.
Just be happy.
Right.
Like, I had it all fucked up. I was after money. I mean, we still, money is a mean... understanding what money is and the role of the economic structure. Yes, we all want money. But when I found what makes me happy, makes me feel better than having money.
Right.
I was like, okay, this is it.
It drives you.
So shout out to you for taking that decision to leave your HVAC job, because you're right.
Yeah, I left my HVAC job. I left the military. I left boxing. I left a lot of chicks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now let me stop.
Seriously, yeah.
But it's called. I feel like it's called a part of growth and separation. Right. When you're going through your journey in this one life.
And you cared and believed in yourself.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest challenge.
And
everybody has, including myself, like, I have to believe in myself. Let me do this. And you did. So that's awesome, man.
Amen. And like I said, reverting back to Mom Dukes, you know what I'm saying? She plays a big part in my...
That support is huge.
Yeah, because it's like this, a lot of times in life, like even today, I had an experience in the gym. A older fella came up to me and he was talking to me. He overheard my conversation. He came up to me. He's like, hey, I heard you say something like you wouldn't go to the military or something. And I was like, what? Like, I already went. What do you mean? Like, you know, I just wouldn't go back. You know what I'm saying? Don't send me to the military. Don't send me to prison. I'm good on those places. You know what I'm saying? And he said, oh, what do you mean? Why? You know, and I said, you know, I got different passions, you know what I'm saying, with my life. And, you know, reverting back to Mom Dukes, it's like she has always been a huge supporter of whatever I wanted to do.
It's the best, man.
So it's like that older guy that came to me today in the gym, he had this demeanor of like, he was like, yeah, I got a son. And my son, he's into rap and making these YouTube videos and stuff. And I told him, like, nah, that's not it. You know, like
making those goddamn tic-tacs in your fucking room.
Yep, yeah.
You're not gonna be a rapper, Ryan.
Yeah, so he had that, he put that mentality out there, and I'm listening to him. I'm sitting here, I'm listening, and he's like, yeah, you know, I told him, you know, he gotta like go and get a career and stuff. And I'm like, I had to tell him, I'm like, yeah, man, you know, thanks to my mom, you know, she's always been behind me, and you know, to drive me and allow me to see that I can do whatever I put my mind to, you know what I'm saying? And he said, he was like, yeah, I told my son, man, sometimes in life you got to turn that switch off. And I was like, whoa, like, you know, let me tell you, everybody out there watching, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? If you have any parents or friends around you that's telling you that you should turn your switch off when it comes to your passion and what you perceive that is right for you, listen, take your own advice, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody has to live their own truth in their own journey of life, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know, your parents got to go, you know what I'm saying? So when you going like, you know, you still want me to be doing what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? No. So then I told him, I'm like, yo, man, but look, check this out. I'm on Tubi right now, High Value Man.
High Value Man, shout out Tubi.
You know, shout out Christopher English, producer, right? And I got my skits, I got my comedy shows, and I got the One Life podcast. This is episode 28. So when I told him that, he said, wow, well, maybe you don't turn the switch off. I didn't know. My bad, man. You good. And it's like this, you know, just give people their time to figure things out in life. You know what I'm saying? As long as, like my mom, I think this is why, because she seen I wasn't on the streets. She kept me, she moved us from the hood, because I was born in the hood, Newark, and she moved us from the hood to the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? And good schooling and stuff. So I was playing GTA at the crib, San Andreas, but I wasn't going out and implementing the shit that I was doing in the video game. It was the way I was nurtured. So she seen that, and she said, you know what, go. Whatever you want to do. Boxing, she supported me and everything. She didn't like it. She didn't like the boxing, but she never told me to my face while I was boxing, hey, I don't like this. Like, you should stop. You know what I'm saying?
You fucking suck, Todd.
Yeah, even that. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes time to become great. You know what I mean? You're going to suck in the beginning. You know, and some of us have gifts in life, you know what I'm saying? Natural gifts, but you still going to have like to construct it, to make it really, really, really like strong and founded, you know what I mean, rooted in. So that's a beautiful thing. So shout out all the great parents out there.
And everybody who has that support system, and for yourself to not only recognize it, but appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think it's important to continue to spread that faith in that strong, open optimism of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Obama did it. You know what I'm saying? We never thought that it could happen. It happened. You know what I'm saying? So little things that I look at and I'm like, you know what? Why not us? You know what I mean? Shout out, why not us? You know what I'm saying? Trey B45, you know what I mean? Why not us? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we do this same thing? You can. You just have to overcome that doubtful moment and stuff like that. So now that brings me to this question with you, and when
it came in yourself, man.
Yeah. When it came to DJing and you first jumped into DJing, I want you to like tell people out there maybe that are just now trying to like thinking about getting into DJing, what did it take for you to learn how to DJ and really start to understand it? You know, because me personally, I've been around a couple DJs and stuff like that, and every time that I was around the board and the flashy lights and the different colors, and I was like, and the music, I'm like, yo, how do I do this? You know what I mean? One time I went and touched the DJ, shout out DJ Strategy. You know, DJ, yeah. One time I went and touched his shit. I was like, he didn't like that shit. He was like, yo, man, just don't don't do that no more. Like, I was like, oh, all right. Like, took it personal. That's his controller.
That's funny, man.
But what did it take for you when you got started to learn and figure it out?
So obviously the interest and the passion, right? Like I said earlier, this burning desire to entertain people. And investing in the knowledge, the support of my friends, the support of other DJs, and just putting myself in situations to learn.
Yeah.
Doing the research, right? That's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, putting myself in a position to learn, reaching out to other people for help, and putting in the time.
Right.
Like anything else, I fucking sucked. I
Right.
still suck to this day. I mean,
Right. You're getting better
there's so many
each and
times
every
that
day.
I'm like, damn, man, I hope I could, you know what I mean? Like, it's a constant battle, and a constant learning journey.
Right,
you
yeah.
know? But yeah, to prepare myself, and like you said, for anybody out there, invest in the skill. You know what I mean?
Yep.
After COVID, we learned that, or at least I learned that you could make a living doing what you like to do.
Yeah.
And there's so many more entrepreneurs nowadays than before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of friends that I know, a lot of people that I've seen online, would go out and financially invest.
Right.
And I'm here to share, though it may be necessary sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
I would invest in the knowledge first. I would invest in the culture first. I would invest my time first.
Right.
And
And elaborate on that part. What do you mean
So,
when you say that? Like when you first getting
um,
started, you're saying, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to go out and spend 20 grand on equipment.
Now let me tell you, because I want to relate to that part right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you said, when you first start, you don't want to go out and spend 20 grand. Because when I first started this podcast, I was telling my partner, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, with these headphones we got, I was like, yo, I'm going to go get the Apple wireless shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look cool on this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he was like, bro, listen,
yeah.
you don't need that.
Right.
Go get these headphones right here. These is good price. They work just the same. You know what I mean? You got to build up your equipment. You know what I mean? Build it up. Get there. Get
And
to that point.
invest
The most
the
important
time,
stuff.
The passion. Like,
Yeah.
just do it.
Like I said, I started on the futon. Then I was in a different location, a different studio, and now I'm right here in my backyard.
Beautiful, established.
God.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, and you didn't have to go out and get into debt. You didn't have to go out and waste your time, because, like you said, in life you had to go in different directions, right? So just like anything else, and I want to bring back the example of the Cocinando with Q.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have a podcast.
Yeah.
That's on my goal list.
It's coming.
There's so much content that we're sitting on. I love this, what
Yeah.
we do. I love sharing stories. I love the inspiring factor that you're providing for your audience. Like, this is amazing.
Right, yeah. Appreciate
And
it. Thank
with
you.
the Cocinando
Amen.
with Q,
Yeah.
I had to take a step back
Mhm.
because I couldn't work a 40-hour job, DJ every weekend, also shoot a podcast.
Right, yeah.
So the same approach that I'm sharing, I did with that. I didn't go all out, rent a studio. I didn't go all out. I just invited people to the crib. Let's cook together, and I'm going to interview you.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And, just starting doing it, man. You don't have to.
And what is that again?
On YouTube, just on the DJ Q YouTube, you're going to see I have the Cocinando with Q.
How you say it?
Cocinando, it just means cooking with Q.
Yes.
Cocinando means
I got to check it out because I see it all over the Instagram when I was going to the bottom before you started pushing your wedding content and stuff. Yep.
And I deleted a lot of shit, man.
Same thing here. Same thing. It's like you go through moments and like, yeah.
So after my second DUI, I was on house arrest, and I could have gone to the jail. I think it was either like house arrest or a week in jail or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot what the hours added up to.
Right.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just stay home. You know what I mean? I didn't want to. First of all, I didn't want to use vacation time, even though it's a week. It is what it is, and I just didn't feel. I didn't want to go to jail.
Oh hell no! What? Yeah.
And it was just
Jail
like,
is the only place that I would go vegan.
Yeah,
because I couldn't imagine no jail meat, dog. Hell no.
Right. And, you know, it hurt my ego. Like, damn, man, I really let myself down.
Yeah.
You know, they have one DUI, whatever, but I have two. It's like, all right, bro, like you got to get your shit together.
Slow down a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Balance out, yeah.
When I took the house arrest, I just had a passion to cook. What else am I gonna do?
Right.
And I started.
I seen those plates.
Chefing it up crazy.
Yeah, it looked like Roof Chris was in that motherfucker.
Dude, I was going big. I was getting busy.
Yeah.
So then that's when I decided to do the show. But I brought the show up because that's a prime example of.
And I would like to come on the show too, like whenever you get a slot open, because I love to eat and shit, and I seen the food you be cooking. I'm a picky eater, but when the food looks good, I'm
what
eating
does your
it.
Diet contain? Oh, earlier I said 3 things. I only got to say 2. The third thing I was gonna say was there's no other workout like a boxing training.
Yes,
I love that type of workout.
Yup,
man.
Bro, you running miles. Hitting that bag is great cardio.
It's just. Nothing feels more masculine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Lift the weights is cool, but when you fucking up a bag with the pads, you know.
And you know what? And I'm gonna tap in on that note right there, because me experiencing that lifestyle, when I did transition back to my comedy and entertainment and acting, I had to. I put the gloves in the closet. I put them away. You know what I'm saying? And I still haven't touched a heavy bag, probably in a year and a half. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because I had so much aggression inside of me every day with the boxing. You know, it's that mentality, that killer mentality of like. It's them or me. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be them every day. You know what I'm saying? So when I put that aside, I stayed in the lab, stayed in the gym heavy, because I need that feeling of like tiredness and that improvement feeling each day. But it comes with a dog. You know what I'm saying? But shout out all the boxers out there. Shout out my boy Verdo McTeer, man. Golden Gloves champion, man. That's a great dude right there. He was on episode. I can't even remember, but Verdo McTeer, he's a champion. He's amateur boxer, real good dude. Dedicated. And he was inspired through when I was boxing. He came around the gym and he started boxing, and look, he's still boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say this. In life, you never know how your story is going to unfold, and you don't know, like, everybody's story is going to be different. Just like I told Verdo at the time, you know, when we was boxing together, you know, you don't know when your moment's going to come, and you don't know how it's going to come. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you aiming for that end goal, it's going to eventually come through something. You know what I'm saying? I thought at that time, I thought at the time, I was like, I'm going to be the heavyweight champ. I'm going to go and fight with Deontay Wilder and these guys. And then I, like, through the time, and started thinking deep and stuff. And then now it's like one life. We live one life. We only do this one time. So it's like, you know what? Let me really make this shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we can have fun. I had a lot of fun with it. But then that fun turns into, is this fun going to, pay off in the end? You know what I'm saying? Is this fun? So I found something else fun that's going to pay off in the end. And with the entertainment, I feel like there's no age limit when it comes to entertainment that is not being consists of a physical sport or something. You know, because, you know, as an entertainer, you can blow up at 50 something. You know what I'm saying? You know, hopefully earlier, but, you know, depending on how hard you went and how serious you took your journey. But it's like, I had to be realistic and say, you know what I mean? I love my brain cells. I want to have kids. I want to read bedtime stories one day.
In high school, I did the boxing. I got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. I got knocked out one time. And my whole 4 years, I got knocked out one time, and I'll shout out this dude Tank. You know what I'm saying? His name was Tank. Yeah.
You were boxing grown too, like
Yup. And I was going to a gym in East Hanover, New Jersey. Shout out Coach Terrific, Coach T, man. I was boxing with some professionals in that gym. Shout out Shadeja Green. She's actually the women's champ right now. She was on Jake Paul's undercard recently, and she's doing a great job. Shout out Shadeja Green, man. But I say that to say this is like, I put myself in that zone, in those areas of like, I'm really doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got to a lot of times in life, when you going through your passions and chasing your dreams, you have to put yourself out there in those situations to where you have to swim on your own and you have to jump in the deep end. And that's what I did. And when you do that, you ultimately will come to a conclusion and realization if this is the pool that you want to stay in, or you want to float around in for the rest of the time. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good analogy.
Because if you don't put yourself in the deep end, now you're hindering yourself from the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when you're hindering yourself from the real stuff, you're hurting your journey, because now it's going to take longer and longer. Now you probably will wait until you're 50 to hit that great moment, because you're not going.
Will take a hit. As well, if
you're not. You got to go to the city. You got to go to Philly. You got to go you know what I'm saying. You got to do certain things,
especially
outside the box.
In your industry, we don't have, again, just this county doesn't have the demographics for it, so. You're going to have to go to Lancaster. Actually, there's a gentleman out of Lancaster who I just seen on Kill Tony.
Right.
Who I DJ'd. Well, I didn't DJ. I ran audio, mics, and all that for a show that they had in Stroudsburg.
Right.
This was 3 years ago. And then I pulled up on them down in Lancaster at a comedy club. I forgot his name, man. Fat black dude. So funny, dude.
Lavelle Crawford, famous guy? No.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Local guy, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not famous. I just don't know his name.
Yeah. Couple big.
But I started to say, like, you're in the right. You're going to Philly, like. Reading coming up, like that's.
Yep.
You know, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, shout out Sean Harvey, man. Shout out Sean Harvey, because that's another OG in the game who has been giving me opportunities to be on these big stages and stuff like that.
Mics.
Yeah, and Malcolm Hill,
improv something.
Bro. There was a comedy club called World Famous Scotty's Comedy Club. It was in East Stroudsburg. Yeah, it's no longer there, but that's actually where I first started my comedy.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And I got on the stage, and when I first started, just for people out there first starting their dream, chasing their dreams and stuff, when you first start, it's normal to have those butterflies and that feeling of like nervousness of like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that you'll know that it's for you when you attack it head on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still go. You know, sometimes you got to go, because when I first started the comedy, I went and observed. I sat down and I seen what they was doing. I seen how it goes, how they get called up on the stage and stuff.
Is that Scotty's was your first performance?
Yes.
Or first time coming around comics?
First performance.
Really?
First time getting on stage and touching my world famous Scotty's Comedy Lounge. Yep,
right?
Exactly. This is my third year we're going on.
I remember visiting the venue. Really nice, man. Had all the decor. I mean,
Scotty was nice. A good dude. Yeah.
Again, the demographic in this county is a little rough to consistently.
Yeah, now he migrated down to New York City, the waterfront and stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it's been great. And like I said, shout out Sean Harvey. He's been giving me a lot of great opportunities lately, and it's been fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I wish if we had a local, I would be there all the fucking time.
Yeah. And also shout out DJ Strategy, because he's gave me a lot of great opportunities as well. Man. And shout out all the other people that have gave me great opportunities. I'm not missing out on y'all. I thank y'all, and we're gonna continue to work and elaborate and collaborate to the top. And you were one of them. You know what I'm saying? We working right now. Episode 28, One Life Podcast, man. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, one question I love to ask my talented guests, my passionate guests that come on the One Life Podcast, man. What is some great positive advice that you can give the viewers out there watching, people out there chasing their dreams and on their road to success? What is some just great advice from DJ Q that you can give those out there, whatever they doing, whatever they chasing at in this one life?
Man, all right. Show the world what you have. And when I say what you have is there's a passion, there's something that you're doing that when you do, you feel like it's just you. You feel natural, you feel organic, you feel like that's what you're supposed to do. And just keep showing the world that.
Beautiful. That's
I'm not saying
yeah.
go start a business. I'm not just, if you're the guy at work that just loves bringing people donuts, keep bringing people donuts.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're the person who loves to sit on the top of the mountain and watch the train pass, go watch the train pass. You know what I mean? If you're the girl that
don't miss,
just love your feet and you love showing your feet, keep showing your feet.
He got a foot fetish over here. Hey, DJ Q.
Yeah,
he said, keep showing your feet.
Yeah,
that's some old head shit. Old heads love the feet.
You can make money doing anything. Yep. And most importantly, being happy. So, just share whatever that is that makes you happy.
Amen to that, yeah.
I've met some great people that don't even have Instagrams that do amazing work.
Yeah.
Like, yo, share it. What are you doing?
Right, especially because it's so easy nowadays with the phone. You got a computer, internet right in your pocket. Yeah. Start promoting.
Share it, right?
Start promoting.
Right.
Any great events, anything you would like to share with the viewers watching right now? Look out for you coming up. Tap in with you, how they can book you and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Q Entertainment. Look us up on Instagram, website, Google. If you have an event coming up, or if you're planning an event for someone coming up, or someone on your job has an event, or however you could help someone with an event, you can help them by referring us, Q Entertainment. Or if you have an event, reach out to us.
And he gonna come through and rock it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would love to be part of
DJ Q, he got the voice. You know what I'm saying? He got the approach. He got the energy. Yeah. He got his own.
Let's have a good time.
Amen.
Let's have a good time.
Yep.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah, man.
Do what makes you happy and hit me up.
Yep, and shout out. You said Q Entertainment, right?
Q Entertainment, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys doing their thing, man, with Q Entertainment.
DJ Izzy, DJ Dobney, DSP, just the whole family. Work hard.
Work hard, play harder.
And show the fucking world what you can do.
Yep. So now, yeah, we'll end it out on this, right? What's the goal right now? We spoke about it, right? And I didn't really get to put it in there, but I did also see you had a really great, was it 2024 last year with all of your bookings? You had about like 29 weddings, 19 private events, and
I decided to share. Everybody kept sharing. Their Spotify Wrapped.
Right, yeah.
So I just found it funny. I was like, all right, fuck it. Let me just share what I did this year.
Yeah.
Then, So we did like a
and I read
2024 Wrapped for all the DJs, and we listed how many gigs and
that was dope because when I seen that I was like, oh yeah, this is and you wrote a long like interesting like how you were going through challenges and stuff and you still came out
man
and reached your goals through that process.
Like you said earlier, you got to push through, right? I love the analogy of the pool, like you got to swim in the deep end, right?
Yep.
So we did just that, and thank you to all of our supporters, our friends or family, and the lovely couples that decided to have us on their special day. We were able to have a great year, and again, look forward to growing, learning, and continue to provide an experience that is unforgettable. You know what I mean? Like, if I go to a party and the DJ sucks, I don't judge,
right?
Because I'm a DJ. I feel bad for him,
right?
I wish they would have communicated beforehand,
right?
I wish he would have came prepared. I wish he would have had a good night's rest, whatever the case may be for that DJ's performance. But I'm gonna remember it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remember it.
Yeah.
If the food is shit, it was mad bitches, but the food was whack.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You got to up that. It's little things you got to connect all around the board.
You're gonna remember. You know what I mean? It was, bro. It was, so what we do, statistically, 83% of guests remember the entertainer.
Right. Yeah.
So, I'm not trying to say that we're more valuable than our other vendors because we work with a lot of photographers, planners, florists, caterers, makeup artists, you name it,
right?
Hairstylists. And we all come together to make that day special. But you're gonna remember the music, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Q Entertainment, man.
Q Entertainment, that's it right there. Yeah.
Follow your passions, bro.
Amen. Yep. And we're gonna end it on this right here because I could keep it coming all day. But Have you ever had a moment through your DJ career thus far? I'm sure you have that where you had like a rough night. I think you said it earlier, but
yeah, all the time.
Maybe where you forgot some equipment or you scratched on a record or something. Yeah. How did you bounce back?
So, the top 3 most embarrassing moments as an entertainer, I was at a wedding and we're doing the ceremony. And this particular couple had some religious tradition. So, there's I don't know if it's called a pastor or a father or a preacher. Or
sound like a bar mitzvah or something.
Or a rabbi. There was a guy reading scripture, and it was everyone had their heads down, and it was a serious moment in the ceremony.
Yeah.
And my phone rang. My phone also happened to be Bluetooth to the speaker.
Right. Yeah.
So it was very fucking embarrassing. Everybody just turned around like,
was that the
is
DJ?
he serious? You know what I mean? Like, because at a lot of ceremonies, including this one, guests were asked to silence their phones.
Right.
It's an unplugged ceremony. Don't take your phone out. No that bullshit. No pictures. We got professionals here. Don't get your photo.
Right.
And bro, and I'm like, so it was very, very embarrassing. Then there's a time where I forgot lights. You know what I mean? Like, it happens, but obviously in those situations,
learn.
I apologize. I mean, all I could do was apologize and, try to turn it into a joke and
learning lessons.
Yeah.
And I feel like without
don't fucking Bluetooth. Now, I'm never Bluetooth to the speaker now. Boom. Do not disturb, and also do not disturb. This is what I learned from it. Do not disturb. If I'm not mistaken, your favorites could call you twice or 3 times and it'll still go through.
Okay.
So I had to disable that feature. So I don't know if that'll help anybody, but that's what I learned. That
you said do not disturb. The favorites.
Take that off.
Yeah, chicks be doing that do not disturb shit all the time, man. I'm saying, like I don't do that. Do not. I mean, I guess it depends because when you got a lot of clientele and you trying to go to sleep, you got to hit that do not disturb.
Some days I don't want to be DJ Q, so it's like sometimes I have to, for my mental clarity, just do not go on do not disturb, and
family time and
like my mom didn't hit my girl. I'm like, yo, is he okay? You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, like I just have to like disconnect.
Part of being an artist, Sometimes we need that.
Chill at home, relax. You know what I mean? Watch TV with a beater on and just enjoy.
Right.
But that was fucking embarrassing, dude.
Yeah, but it happens, and like I said, if these moments never happen, it would be tough to continue to grow and get better. Yeah. So embrace those moments, man.
We learn from everything.
Embrace those trips and falls. Just don't stay down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get back up and keep grooving. You know what I'm saying?
All you got is what? One fucking life.
One life. One Life Podcast, man. Episode 28. DJ Q. There you have it, man.
Me,
yeah, thank you for coming through, man. Listen, man. Keep doing the great things that you're doing.
Appreciate that, man.
Do you have, as a DJ, do you have like a trademark or sound wave or anything? Like, you know how DJ Khaled got another one? Or
I don't know.
Not yet.
Not yet, but just people say, if I'm a lot of times at a function, someone say, guys, and, the DJ, and I'm like,
yep. It's something that gets out there that people hear you. Oh, here it comes. Like, that's
or
dope.
Coño, people love when I say
coño. You do say that a lot. Now, what does that mean? For all the Spanish people out there, you know what I'm saying? Don't take offense, but coño, what?
You stub your, you might be walking and you stub your toe. Coño. You might.
It's like one of those,
Yeah, you might see a shorty walk by.
Like, it's like
be angry.
So it means like bad.
Nah, it just means
because
coño.
Look,
if you had a good sandwich, coño. It's. Yeah, it just means coño. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a slang.
I'm
gonna say this.
John refer is a noun. This is more of an adjective. So, guys, tell us in the comments, what does coño mean to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Coño.
Yeah. Because y'all Spanish people, like, you know, you're Spanish, right? Yeah.
Dominican,
yeah. Y'all be got different slangs and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep up and learn little by little. You know what I mean? Yeah. Coño, what is
my DJ name was DJ Coño for a while. DJ Coño, DJ También, DJ Mamagüevo. I was all types of crazy names, and then I was like, all right, let me do serious. Let me do DJ Q.
Yeah. One life, man.
Yeah.
Love.
Ya tú sabes.
Peace. Hey, there you have it. One Life Podcast, episode 28, man. Y'all stay tuned and keep on doing great things in this One Life, man, and keep on spreading the love, teaching others around you, and just going to the top of your ladder, man. That's what it's about. We only got one life to do it, and we're going to keep doing it up. One Life Podcast, episode 28. Thank you, DJ Q, for coming through. My dude.
Thank you for having me. Seriously.
Love. Yeah, and I like that jacket. I told you, man. You know what I'm saying? You came through. You came through with that, like, Picasso, like...
This was actually a curtain, my grandmother's curtains. And then we,
yeah, he said the scent is still on.
Oh, yeah. That's what the joke was. This was my grandmother's table runner. So in the dining room table, this was what kind of ran down the middle of the table.
Yeah.
And, her and my grandfather used to fuck on it all the time. So if you smell it.
Yeah, I don't want to smell no wrinkled, the wrinkled, the dingle.
So if you smell it, you can smell history.
No. I don't want to smell no pennies, man. Hey, love, brother.
Yo.
This was a great one.
Appreciate it.
Y'all stay tuned, man, and keep up the great work. One Life, episode 28. Yeah.